Citizens, it's that time. You are officially in Alert Zone. Welcome to the Alert Zone TV. I am the wizard, Uncle James. I would love for you to become an active citizen of the Alert Zone, and you can do that by hitting the subscribe button, hitting the bell so you can be notified when we drop fire content, giving the video a like, sharing. If you're 18 years of age or older and are able to be legally armed in America, practice your Second Amendment rights. It is not illegal under the Constitution. Also, if you are 21 years of age or older, you should already have you a handgun if you are able to legally own a firearm in this country and around the world. Whatever you can be legally armed with, get armed. So, it's good to be back to work. I wanted to talk today about proper firearm selection. As you guys can see, I'm out here in Iowa. It's November. It's really windy out here. The cold hasn't really set in, but it's windy out here. So, selecting the proper firearm and the proper caliber for the win, as I tell everybody, learn to shoot outside. Learn to shoot in the cold, if it's raining, if it's real warm. If you can shoot outside, you can shoot anywhere. 9 times out of 10, if you're going to encounter somebody, you're going to be out in the street. There's a very small chance of somebody actually coming to your home. Most encounters happen out in the street. In the street, you always have to be mindful of what the temperatures are. We always think about, if we run into somebody and we got to get busy, what the ideal temperature is, what the ideal situation is. But that may not always be the case. So, like it's windy out here today. If you carry a small caliber round like a 22 on a real windy day like this, unless I'm going and coming right back home, like maybe in the gas station or something like that, and I'm going to come right back, I wouldn't carry a 22 today because it's real windy. It's a fast moving round, but it's light. You always got to adjust for the wind. You know, the heavier the round, the better it does in adverse conditions, especially up here in the Midwest with all this wind. But nevertheless, besides that, I want to get back into preaching something here in the Alert Zone that a lot of people preach, and I want to be back to preaching it. Select the firearm and the caliber that is good for you. Don't look at what everybody else has and say, well, this is what they're carrying, so I'm going to carry this. Everybody can't handle an AR pistol. Everybody can't handle a Draco pistol. Everybody can't handle a 45 compact. Everybody can't handle a 40 compact. Some of these 9mm out here that people think are small, that's why they want them, they're real snappy. Make sure, not only for yourself, but for the general public, you select the proper firearm. If you have multiple firearms and you do a rotation, sometime I'm going to get back into doing a rotation, but sometime you may pick something and it may not be a real wise choice for the situation. Perfect example. Today, I got my Llama Arms 1911 chambered in 38 Super. You guys see that? It's nothing in the chamber right now, but it's what I'm rolling with today. Got the mag is loaded. I'm in a controlled environment outside YouTube, so at the public hunting land. I'm rolling with this today. I'm not in a place where I feel that I need more than this. I carry a spare mag with everything I carry, but I don't need more than this right now for what I'm doing. You guys know this is my EDC, my Walter PK 380, chambered in 380. You guys know this is my EDC. Now, I was just down at home in New Orleans. I went there twice. Rest on to my mom, Stephanie Walker. I laid my mom to rest about 2 weeks ago, and rest on to my aunt Shirley Franklin. We laid her to rest on Friday. When I went home, because I know the environment I'm in, I had my EDC with me. I usually take my 40 with me, my SD40 Smith & Wesson, my home defense. I decided to leave it, and I took Mechanic TP9 SA with me. That's the one with the decock on the top. And I took the leg, plus 2 spare mags. Now, I know people might say, well, what you took that leg for? Because I knew I was in New Orleans. I understood where I was going. So I wanted to come properly equipped for the occasion. So I took my leg. Usually I take my CZ Scorpion or something else. You know, anytime I'm traveling outside of the state of Iowa in my personal vehicle and for personal reasons, I usually have at least 2 pistols. If I'm going across the state line, I got 2 firearms with me at all times, because I never know when I'm in need backup. You know what I'm saying? So this is also my winter EDC. So you guys will see, you got the real big trigger guard right here. So even with bulky gloves, this is a perfect gun for me to carry in the wintertime, because it's not really bad on my arm, and doesn't have a lot of recoil to it. It's very, very reliable, but I can have on bulky gloves and still be able to do what I need to do. So as opposed to my EDC has a little bit less room. So that's a part of picking the proper firearm. You live in somewhere like the Midwest, like I do, where it gets freezing cold in the wintertime, you want to make sure that you carry something that if you got bulky gloves on, you can still control. You got to do that. That's very, very important. And as I say, pick what makes you comfortable. I know there's 1,000 recommendations out here, and that's fine. If you're new to firearms or you want to get into self-protection, find somebody that owns multiple calibers so you can go out with them and see what it is you actually like before you make your selection. You know, like I said, I just wanted to come out and get back to work and tell you guys and girls about that you know, it's wintertime is coming. It's very important that you pick the proper firearm for where you live. Now, if you live down south where they don't have a winter, something like that, well, that's different. You know, you don't really have bulky gloves on or what have you. But if you live places where it gets freezing cold, always think of that. Can you wear bulky gloves? And this is a firearm. Well, up here in the Midwest, when it gets real cold, a lot of times we got big coats on. So you can carry, without the leg, you can carry a full-size firearm and nobody never know, because it's so cold, you got bulky clothes on. If you live somewhere else, you might want to reconsider. That's just up to you. So hit me in the comment section, let me know what you think. Until next time, everybody out there, stay safe, stay armed. We back working, stay on high alert.